nice evening off for us. So now we have, let's see, we have necklaces tonight. We have pink. Pink, 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 lots of pink. In all shades. So we got all kinds of shades of pink. I'm trying to see if our Facebook is caught up yet. There we go. So tonight is going to be a pink night. And we are doing 3 for $8 tonight. But only if you buy in quantities of 3. If you do it in quantities of 1 or 2, I'm going to have to do it as $4 because that is the only way I have to charge for it. So let's see. Let me get this link put in here. So by the end of the weekend, you need to have 3 pieces or multiples of 3 for me to be able to charge for them that way. Otherwise, I have to do $4. All right, let's see. The notifications have been sent out. Let's grab this chat link for YouTube. There we go. So we got YouTube. We got Facebook. Make sure you say hi as you come in. And I will repeat the thing about the pricing when we get into the show a few times during the show, because I know people come in at different times, so I just want to make sure everybody gets that same information. Alright, let's see. What can I close? Waiting for somebody to tell me hi on Facebook so I can make sure this is working. And then I will close my Facebook page and we will get on with showing necklaces. We've got necklaces in all kinds of shades of pink tonight. So even if you're not a big pink person, you can probably find one that goes with something that you have. Pink is good with green. So if you're doing complementary colors, like on the color wheel, things that are across from each other, red is across from green. And pink is considered a shade of red. So think about wearing pink with your green things. Those are complementary colors. Of course, we all know you can wear them with blue, you can wear them with purple. I mean, what can you not wear pink with, really? Probably not orange, maybe. I don't know, pink and orange might be a bit much. But other than that, you can wear pink with a lot of things. It's a pretty versatile color. Well, let's see, I'm just waiting to see. Make sure everything is working correctly, and then we will move on. Make sure you're saying hi when you come in. Sorry, I just came in for being out all day, so if I yawn, don't take it personally. It's not you, it's me. So we were out all day today. Got quite a bit done though. It was cold outside. Very chilly. I was not really expecting that. It's always kind of rude when you're not expecting it and you get outside and it's cold. So, hello Mom. There we go. Now I know the chat's working. Thank you. I was waiting for that. It wasn't the temperature outside, but it was the wind. We were in downtown Cary Park to start with, which is a really nice place, but the wind was really cold today. So that was not a fun first shift. All right, well, let's see, we've got everything going. Got everybody in here. We are doing 3 for $8, the 2 shows for this week, today and Sunday. But you do have to buy in multiples of 3 to get that price, because if you don't, there's no good way for me to do that odd number. I will have to do it at 4. So if you only get 1 or 2 things, we're going to have to do it at $4 because that's the only way I have to do it. All right, let's get going. Got lots of necklaces to see. Our first one is called Emblazoned Era in pink. This is a very bright pink. I think of a neon pink, but a little bit lighter. So it's a very bright pink in beads. Those are oval, marquee shape, and square set on point, set in this pretty bar necklace. So that is all, it's not actually white under there, that is see-through. There we go. And they come with the little oval pink earrings as well. My screen has that just a little bit washed out. That's why I tried to tell you the colors. This is the length. So it's not quite at the collar, but with the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down here to mid-chest. We have 2 of these. Emblazoned Era in pink is going to be number 1 for tonight. Where'd the rest of my cards go? Oh, there's no missing number 34. It was in there behind the 1. I was missing number 34. I wondered where it went. Now we know. It was in there. It's just hiding. Alright. Next, let's do a darker pink. Try to mix up the colors a little bit since we're doing all pinks. Vidi Vici Vacation in pink. So these are a pink bead, a crystal cut bead with those cloudy swirls in it. We have little linear patterned silver beads. There we go. Also some polished silver beads in there, and then some that looks like little caps on the flowers, or flower caps on these beads. I don't know. I can't talk today. It'll be fine. Opaque pink beads for the earrings to match those that are in the chain. This is the length. So it is sitting down at that collar, which is about the mid-chest point, with the 2-inch extension going to sit down to here, so about halfway to that bust from mid-chest. I have 2 of these. Vidi Vici Vacation. Number 2. 2 of those. That one is a pretty pink. You know, I don't wear a lot of pink, but I think the brighter pinks like that, I don't mind. That one's not so bad. Also like this one. Not necessarily the color of pink, but I just like this necklace. And I had it in 2 different colors, and this is the one that I still have left. I have 2 of these. This is called Prairie Promenade in pink. So we have a pink flower encased in that clear acrylic, and then the center is like a yellowy orange. So pink petals, yellowy orange center on a silver chain, and we have the tassel earrings with that. This is the length. It's trying to spin around on me. It is down to mid-chest with the 2-inch extension, also going to sit down about halfway to that bust. So, Prairie Promenade in that pink color. 2 of these is going to be number 3. Number 4 is a pale pink. This is pale pink and silver. It's called Classical Culture in pink. So we've got the pale pink pearly beads. Try saying that 5 times fast. Pale pink pearly beads. And they're in differing sizes. So we've got a couple different sizes. I think about 4 different sizes of those, the pearly beads in here. And then we also have the polished silver beads mixed in. So kind of a bubbly necklace. Our earrings are the pink pearly beads. This is the length. So it is sitting up above that collar, but with the 2-inch extension, gonna sit down right here, which would be mid-chest. And we also have 2 of these. Classical Culture in pink. This is going to be number 4. 2 of those. Now if you're watching the replay, you can always claim just as usual, just like you would on the show. And we will be happy to get that in your pouch. Hello, Rosie and gang. Did you come up with a gang name yet? You were supposed to come up with a gang name. I bet you forgot. I remember talking about that last week. You guys have to have a name. All gangs have names. Not necessarily good ones, but they all have names, so we have to have a gang name. Alright, in bright pink we have Trending Tropicana in pink. I have 4 of these. This is a bright pink, semi-transparent, faceted teardrop. The camera needs to catch up. There we go. We also have some of the cloudy pink beads. Okay, you forgot. That's okay, we'll give you time. And some of the polished silver beads. And the earrings for these are the cloudy pink beads. Hello, Shannon. The Fabulous 4. Is that what we're going to go with? Fab 4. This is the length. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit down to here, which will be mid-chest. Hello, Shannon. Let's see, we got Shannon, we got Rosie, we got Jessica, we got Mom. Very good. So this is Trending Tropicana in pink, and I have 4 of them. This one is going to be number 5. We are doing shades of pink tonight. That's a pink. Everybody's pretty in pink. How many people watched that movie? I know it's a really old movie by now, but you know, still. Don't make me feel old. Hi, Kim. So let me see. Let me make sure I've got everybody here, so I don't forget anybody, because it happens. Believe it or not, I do forget things. Okay, gotcha. All right, this next one's in kind of a dusty pink color. It is called Secret Gardenista in pink. I have one of these because I really like it, and it matches one of my outfits. It's almost like a peachy pink, but it's also a dusky color. So, and the girls too, yes, of course. We cannot forget them, right? So we have those beads. They're almost in like a nude pink. I'm looking at this and it looks nude pink on here. Anyway, oval shapes and teardrop shapes. These are hinged. So there's a couple little clusters here, and they're hinged between the clusters. The earrings are the pear-shaped beads. Now this chain is twisted just a little bit in the tag, so it's going to look twisted on the thing. This is the length. So it's sitting up above the collar, but with the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit down to here, so that would be mid-chest. And as we get it closer here, you'll be able to see the little white rhinestones that are dotted in here. They're really hard to see otherwise. There we go. So you've got a couple little white rhinestones dotted along that top. This is Secret Gardenista in pink. 2 of these available, number 6. All right, for tonight and Sunday, the price is 3 for $8 if you buy in multiples of 3. Otherwise, it's really hard for me to put in that specific amount. So if you don't buy in multiples of 3, then I will have to do it as the $4 still, so that I can do the buy one, get one free. So if you buy in multiples of 3, we can do 3 for $8. True Love Trinket in pink. Of course, it's in pink and white. So we have our little pink heart dangling at the bottom. And then we have alternating pink and white rhinestones along that chain. That is a snake chain. The earrings are the little white rhinestones. I have 2 of these. This is the length with the 2-inch extension. Going to sit right down here to the collar. So True Love Trinket in pink. We have 2 of these, and they are going to be number 7. Number 7. And to go with that, if you would like, I have 1 bracelet. I only have 1 bracelet, so I showed it separately. This is the same design as that necklace. It is the extension with the lobster clasp, but I do only have 1. So it is number 8. All right. Next, I have my little ring these are hanging from, falling into my lap. Next up we have, in hot pink metal, thank you, Aunt Dora, but I refuse to age, so we're simply not having those anymore. That's how that works, right? If you just refuse to have them, you don't get any older. So hot pink metal with white rhinestones. This is called Flirting Fancy in pink. So a larger heart, and then you can see the metal is hot pink with white rhinestones all along the chain. I have to hold that because it wants to roll right now. The earrings are also the white rhinestones in the hot pink metal. This is the length. See, it hangs much better on her. So this is the length. It is hanging down to collar. Oh good, I'm glad you told me that. Down to collar and just below, so it is at mid-chest. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to hang halfway between the mid-chest and the bust. So we have 2 of these. Flirting Fancy in pink, and it is number 9. That was my theory anyway. I stopped having them a long time ago just so that I could stay young. Although I don't want to be young and stupid, I just want to be young. I was both at one time, so I think we all were. For some reason that doesn't seem to go away. Alright, Petunia Picnic in pink. So we've got pink and gold. So we've got light pink flowers, petunias, with gold centers, and they are on a gold chain. These are made like a bar. So they're all fused together here. And the earrings are the gold tassels. I'd probably trade them out for gold hoops, but that's just me. I wear hoops with everything. This is the length. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down to mid-chest. So we have 2 of these left. We're all feeling fairly ancient. I don't know if even fairly ancient is the thing. I think we're just ancient. Petunia Picnic in pink. We have 2 of them. It is number 10. I figure once I hit this number that I hit last week, it's all over. We're just done. It'll be fine. No more young days. And that's okay too. I have to get my layers straight on this one. Alright. This one is Lunar Lotus. And I have 2 of these. This is a multi-layer necklace. So we have, I know that they're going to call this a lotus. It looks like a little wheel or a compass. Doesn't it look, kind of looks like a ship's wheel up at the top. And then we have little pink beads on this chain. And then our crescent moon hanging from the bottom. Let's see if I can get it to hang straight. There we go. So 3 layers on that one. Little pink beads hanging from a silver fish hook back. I have 2 of this one. And those are bright pink beads. They're like a hot pink. This is the length of those layers. So our top one is hanging right there around that hollow. You were 15 when I was born. Oh, yeah, let's pretend that never happened. For you or for me. And this is the length of that bottom layer, so it is down past mid-chest. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit right here. That's going to bring this one down here and this one to right here. So that's where your other 3 layers are going to be. Lunar Lotus in pink. 2 of these. Number 11. So if you have those girls that love the moons, that's for them. I know Caitlin went through that stage where she loved all the moons. Yeah, we're going to pretend those days never happened. We all stopped aging at maybe 30. 30 is good. I think 29 was the one that I had the most trouble with. And it was because that was the last year I'd be in my 20s. And, you know, that's the last time you're really young, is when in your 20s. Really young. 30, you're starting to, you know, be one of the older young ones. So I did not like 29. But 30 wasn't bad. It's the 29 that got me. Alright. Rolling with the Brunches in pink. I've got 2 of these. These are a light pink pearly bead as well. but they're a chunky pearly bead. And then we have little clusters of the round pearly beads in between. They also have some little crystal beads hanging in there with them for a little bit of sparkle. Earrings are the chunky pearly beads. This is the length. And with the 2-inch extension, it is going to be down here at the collar. So, 2 of these, rolling with the branches in a light pink, is number 12. We're not supposed to be talking about long time. No, 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 no long. Long nothing. Nope, 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 nope. We're not doing long times. That makes me sound old. It's rude. And I can't be old. My children are old, but I'm not old. They were adopted, you know. That's what I tell them anyway, especially the 2 older ones. I am way too young to have kids that old, so they were adopted. All right. Get this unwrapped. There we go. Another one in a light pink and gold. Santa Fe Surprise in pink. I've got 2 of these. I think pretending we don't age at all is a great idea. I don't know how practically far it's going to get us, but we can try. All right, Santa Fe Surprise. We have the pink natural stone. We have white pearly bead. We have the paperclip chain in gold, and also the beaded chain in gold. Our earrings are the little stacks of the natural pink stone. This is not wanting to lay right tonight. It's not in the tag right. There we go. That's better. I hate it when they don't hang in the tag right. There we go. So those are the length tension. That's going to get down to the collar. So just above mid-chest. Santa Fe Surprise in pink. 2 of these, number 13. I think it's the trip that has made us all look old. It's not the years. It's the trip. Let's go with that. We like that idea? You know how it is when you've been on a long trip, road trip, and you get out of the car and you look like you've been drugged behind the car for the last 30 miles? See, I think that's what happened. Pretty sure. Lunar Enchantment in pink. We've got the bright pink rhinestones with that bluish tint. That's that UV finish on a nice western ornate detail. And that's in hinged 3 layers. Those are hinged. So those are going to lay flat also against your breastbone. Little trinkets on the bottom. Earrings are also those little trinkets that are going to match the bottom of that necklace. This is the length. So this one has 2 pieces above the collar, 1 piece and the trinkets below the collar. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to hang all the way down here to the middle of the bust. So that's where those trinkets are going to be. That's going to bring this whole piece down underneath. So you'll only have the top crescent above the collar. So we have 2 of these. Lunar Enchantment in pink, number 14. I think I've been asleep for at least half of that trip. That's what I'm thinking. That's how I feel. You know how when you wake up from a nap and it's been, you were sleeping so hard that you can't remember what day it is or what you're supposed to be doing? Some days that's how I feel. Don't remember what I was doing. Well, I managed to tangle those 2 together. I don't know how I did that. I have to put it up on the mannequin later and fix it. Jessica 14, gotcha. Alright, next up we have a slightly more Western style. We have Watch Me Fly in pink. So the pink crackle stones. I guess this is hanging on the thing backwards too, because that feather should be facing forward. So our feather down at the bottom, our pink crackle beads, our ornate silver barrel-shaped beads, and then we have some wooden beads as well. This is kind of a mid-length necklace. So this one has the pink cracklestone earrings, which this one is turned around in the tag. So pink cracklestone earrings. This is the length. So you see why I say it's mid-length, because it does actually go past the bust to start with. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to be right about here. So most of that feather is going to be from the bust down. You could also add another extension if you wanted it to be all under the bust, and that would work. All right, Watch Me Fly. In pink, I've got 2 of these. This is number 15. What did I do with number 16? Here's number 16. Springtime Twinkle in pink. I have 2 of those. So we have a pink dewy bead right here in the center. This kind of looks like a compass, but we've got a circle of rhinestones and then rhinestones on that little clasp that it's hanging from. The earrings, also the white rhinestones. This is the length, so it is sitting down there at mid chest with the 2-inch extension. It's going to hang halfway to the bust. That's right, Amy and Mike are pretty close together. They're old too. I'm not old, but they're old. Springtime Twinkle in pink. I have 2 of these, and it's number 16. And as I was just looking now, I realized I can get one of my pink necklaces down. Let me grab this one. Actually, there's more than one up there, but let me grab this one. Ouch! It's easy enough to get these. So these are my wooden ones. These give me island vibes, or beach vibes. I'm just going to hold this one up because it's longer than my bust here. And I tore the tag off of it. I forgot what this one's called. Tropicana something. Anyway, it is multiple strands of these light wooden beads in a bright pink. And they are all twisted together. Are the pink wooden beads, and they have the little flower caps on them. I like these flower caps. Let me see if I can... This one's getting stuck in the tag. They get stuck in the little glue in the tag. They have the little flower caps on them. Aren't those cute? I just have one of this necklace. This is the length. So it is down, it's not quite mid-abdomen. Mid-abdomen would be about right here. But it's a nice length, especially for just dropping over your head. So we have one of these. And it is number 17. I have to hang that somewhere else because it's too long. Alright, and then the other pink one that I have in the wooden necklaces, I have Cozumel Coast in pink. These are espresso beads. You see how they have sort of geometric shapes, and then these are polished pieces of wood in between here. And then we have the bright pink beads to set those off. This one has the, what do you call this? Sliding knot closure. So you can shorten this by pulling it out, or I mean lengthen it by pulling it out, shorten it by pulling it in. It also has the pink wooden beads with the flower caps. They're on the top and the bottom. There we go. This is the length of this one. So it is also almost at mid-abdomen, but again, you can lengthen this one out a little bit further. This is as short as it gets. So we have Cozumel Coast in pink. This is number 18. All right. So now our island excursion is over. I am looking to see what I have here. Almost done. Festive Flight in pink. This is on a double chain that is beaded. I'm going to pull this back. Do you get a trip to Bali with it? Only if you take me. Festive Flight. We have pink iridescent rhinestones all around the outside. Our silver butterfly on the inside. This has the double chain that is beaded. The earrings are those pink iridescent rhinestones as well. This one wants to spin around tonight. This is the length. I don't know how I did this. I do know how I did this. It did it just like this. There we go. So it is hanging down here at the bust with the 2-inch extension, going to hang down to right here. So, Festive Flight. I actually think I'm on my last one of these. In pink. This one is going to be number 19. We're going to go with just one of those because I think I forgot to change the number. Things have been selling recently and sometimes it's hard to keep up with them. Let's see. You don't want to take anybody else anyway, right? Because they just aggravate you while they were there. If you take me, I won't aggravate you. I'll just go lay by the pool. Toast to Perfection in pink. So this is a version of one of our blockbusters. This was a special limited version in a light pink. So we have the light pink pearly beads with the white rhinestones, little clusters of those, and they are all hinged in between. And the earrings are also little clusters of those. The light pink pearls with the white rhinestones. This is the length. So not quite at that collar, but with our 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down right here, and that is going to be just at mid-chest. So we have Toast to Perfection. It is in pink. I have 2 of these. It is number 20 tonight. Number 20. All right, let's go to number 25, and then we will call it a night. My eye is itching. Oh, and I do not want to put any cortisone cream on it because it's really not good around your eyes. So let's sanitize the hands. I need to put some allergy medicine in my eyes, I think. I've seen that trees are starting to bloom already. That's not a good thing. The trees blooming is not helping. Alright, a touch of Classy in pink. So these are more of a dark pink pearly bead. And then they're alternating with white rhinestones at the bottom. All pink ones in the chain. The earrings are also dark pink pearly beads. This is the length. So sitting just above that collar a little bit. With the 2-inch extension, going to sit down to here, so that will also be mid-chest. So we have a touch of Classy in pink. I have 3 of these. This one is number 21. Let me see what I've got really quickly here in the long pink ones. I always have some good stuff in the long ones. And just remember that if you don't like long necklaces, it's pretty easy to shorten most of these necklaces. You can do it temporarily, you can do it permanently. If you want to do it permanently, it's pretty easy to pinch off a piece of this chain. If you're like me, you pull on it all the time anyway. So you're constantly pulling off a piece of chain. The only ones that don't do well with that are like the snake chain. Okay, this is Thanks to Medallion in pink. So lots of interlocking pink circles. This is a kind of a hot pink rhinestone in that medallion, and hot pink rhinestones for the earrings. This is the length. So this one is down just below mid-abdomen with the 2-inch extension. Gonna sit down more toward the waistline. Up there. This one has nice big links on it. You can just fasten into the links. I'm actually fastened into the links on my necklace today because I pulled it up a little bit so you'd be able to see it. This is Thanks a Medallion in pink. We have 2 of these. It is number 22. Let's see. We have a pink crystal type necklace in the long ones. This is Glow Rider. I do not name these. I take no responsibility for them. There's a couple different sizes of crystal pink beads. These are a little bit brighter pink. They're not a pale pink. And they're along that silver chain. And then our earrings also, those crystal pink pieces. Let's put it against this white so you can see it a little bit better. So our beads start right up here by the neckline. It goes down below mid-abdomen, and with the 2-inch extension, going to be a little bit closer to like your waistline. This is a good one to double. You would have to work with it a little bit to get it to lay the way that you prefer it. And I usually use the extension when I double them, but this is an easy one to double. This is Glow Rider in pink, 2 of these, number 23. Don't want to leave the long necklace people out. This one is in a pale pink. Let me get this one off of the ring. Some days are better than others. There we go. You find the right tag. This is Drip Drop Dazzle in pink. This is a long one. We have the pink teardrop bead at the bottom. We have pink pearly beads, the shiny silver, and the crystal cut white ones up in that cluster. Pink pearly beads for the earrings. This is the length. So we're starting right here at about mid-abdomen, going down through about waistline with the 2-inch extension. I'm going to kind of go down into that lower belly area. Again, this has nice big links. You could fasten it up a little bit higher. This is Drip Drop Dazzle in pink. We have 3 of these, number 24. And for my last one, I just saw this one in here and it occurred to me that I've not shown it in a little while. Let's see if I can get the right one out. It's called Tower of Transcendence. I don't know what that name is about, but it does kind of look like a tower. It is a cylinder-shaped piece that has the pink rhinestones in kind of an ombre fashion. We start with the lighter ones, go to a medium, and then to a darker one down at the bottom. So 3 different shades of pink in this one. Earrings, the darker pink rhinestones. I have 2 of these. This one is more of a medium length. You see it starts right down here just below the bust. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to go down to almost mid-abdomen. So this is our last piece of the night. Tower of Transcendence in pink. We have 2 of them, and it is number 25. All right. Sunday I will be back, and we will do one and dones because we have a bunch of one and dones. And so we'll have all the colors and styles and things mixed up because it's whatever we're down to the last one of. And we've got a few things that joined those ranks this past week or 2 weeks, so those will be added in as well. I think pretty much everybody's cleared from last week, so we're starting over with the new week. The price is 3 for $8 as long as you buy in multiples of 3, like 3, 6, 9, whatever. We can do 3 for $8. If you don't buy in multiples of 3, like if you're in 2s or singles, we're going to have to go with the $4 one because that is the easiest way for me to invoice it. The only way 3 for $8 works is if I can charge the $8 and then do 2 of them free. So, all right. I think that is it for the night. So we'll be back on Sunday. Thanks for joining me tonight. And we'll see you in a couple days. Stay warm. Good night.